Morning.
Morning.
My name is Stephen Lauderdale. I'm here to give a presentation on video resolution. Mr. Hamilton's passing out a 4-page document on this presentation. In front here is 2 VRs, and the middle one is the Daydreamer VR from Google. And in front of me in the class there is a tripod with a 360 fly mounted on it. The tablet, if you like to pass it around there, you can actually move it around to view the 360 live feed. I'm going to give you guys a little brief time on when these early formats were born. Oscar was the first camera. It was made in 1816. Then Instacamera was developed in 1948 and Super 8 cameras in 1965. You guys can turn to your second page in your booklet. Digital SD is a standard definition with the width range from 480p and 480i, 576p and 576i. High definition width range from 720p to 1080p and 1080i. Does anyone know what the P and the I stand for? The P stands for progressive video, in which every frame is drawn from top to bottom in a single pass, making for a smoother, more detailed image. The I stands for interlaced video, in which each frame is drawn in 2 passes, once from the odd lane and the second one from the even lane. The 4K resolution width is 2160p, and the newest resolution is 8K. It's the current highest resolution in digital television. 8K refers to a horizontal resolution of 7,680 pixels, forming the total image dimension of 7,680 by 4,320, otherwise known as 4320p. Now there's a new one on the horizon. Can anyone guess?
16K?
It's 8640p. It's 15,360 by 8,640. A total of 132.7 megapixels. That's big. I got a little short film here on resolution.
Let's start with the easy stuff. What does 1080p, 4K, and all that even mean? In basic terms, it's just the number of pixels in a given area. We usually talk about it when we think of screens. Pixels themselves don't actually have a specific size. They're just individual illuminated components on a screen. So when we say something is 4K, we're saying that the max number of pixels that screen supports is roughly 4,000 pixels wide. Here's a handy chart which shows you some of the most common screen resolutions. So now you might be thinking, what about TVs, which are both 4K but are different sizes? Let's say one is 50 inches and the other is 70 inches. What gives? The simple answer is the 70-inch TV is just showing you larger pixels, and that's okay. In some cases, it's very okay. Now that we have a better understanding of what resolution is, let's talk about why it could be important. We'll start with filming. For those of you who still shoot with an actual camera, and those of us who film from our phones, you will need to set your resolution before filming. Despite what TV dramas show us, you can't just press enhance on a keyboard and magically get more resolution. If you want to see your footage in 4K, get a camera that shoots it and make sure you're actually filming in 4K. A number of phones and cameras will default to 1080p. Now let's discuss what most of us care about, TVs. Let's be real, not every TV will benefit from 4K or 8K. If you go online, you'll see different calculators that say how big your TV should be before upgrading to higher resolutions. Based on our personal, very unscientific methods, we see 50-inch TVs as the smallest size that benefit from 4K. Any smaller than that, and it's really hard to tell that there are actually more pixels on the screen.
You kind of see the 4K.
As for 8K TVs, it's probably going to be a while before we start seeing those in stores, so we won't worry about them.
The forerunner to a photographic camera was the camera obscura, which is Latin for dark run. Before the invention of the photographic process, there was no way to preserve the image produced by these cameras apart from manually tracing them. The earliest cameras was very big. Anyone guess how big it was? It was room size, with a space for one or more people inside to sketch the image they seen through a hole. This gradually evolved into more and more compact models. The first camera was small and portable enough to be practically for photographing, was envisioned by Johann Zahn in 1685. Though it would be almost 150 years before technology caught up with the point where this was possible to actually build. The instant camera is a type of camera which uses self-developing film to create a chemical developed print shortly after taking the picture. Polaroid corporate pioneered and patented consumer-friendly instant cameras and film, and were followed by various other manufacturers. The instant camera were easy to use. It is generally credited to American scientist Edwin Lane, who unveiled the first commercial instant camera, the Model 95 land camera, in 1948, a year after unveiling instant film in the New York City World's Fair. Do you guys remember how to develop these type of photographs? Got to shake it. A Super 8mm camera was one of the first motion picture cameras. Super 8 film cameras were first manufactured in 1965 by Kodak, and are newly introduced amateur film format. In 1961 through 1976, Bell and Howell introduced their 8mm movie projector in partnership with Canon to produce motion picture film by projecting it upon a screen.
Millionaire seeks childhood sweetheart. Big reward awaits lucky finder of filters. Big reward, eh?
Anyone ever seen this? You know who these characters are? Edwin Jekyll. I still have one of these little short films in storage on reel to reel. This film by Super 8 recorder transferred on the VHS in 1990 with the company in Knoxville. It wasn't the best quality back then because the film was at dust 30. The film was recorded in the early 70s. The people are my two cousins and my dad. He broke a couple ribs that day. A camcorder is an electronic device originally combined for video camera and a video cassette recorder. When video cameras originally designed for television broadcasts, they were large and heavy, mounted on a special pedestal and wired to remote recorders in a separate room in a TV studio. As technology improved, out of the studio, video recording was possible with compact video recording. A detachable recorder unit could be carried to a shooting location on site. This specialized video cassette recorder were introduced by JVC and Sony. Portable recorders meant that recorded video footage could be aired on the early evening news. In 1985, Sony launched their Handycam 8mm video camera. I bought one in the late 1990s. The Video 8 High 8, and the 8mm video format refers to 3 related video cassette formats. The National Television System Commute, NTSC, Phase Alternative Line, PAL, and Sequential, color with memory, the CCAM, sequential color with memory. A digital camera, or digicam, is a camera that captures photographs and digital memory. Most cameras produced today are still compact cameras on the market. The use of digital cameras is dwindling, as digital cameras are now imported into many devices ranging from your mobile device to your vehicles. However, expensive, high-end, high-definition, dedicated cameras are still commonly used by professionals. If you guys could turn to the 3rd page. Pictures and movies don't just look at you straight on anymore, which is why the 365 4K and the 365 HD put you in the center of the action while capturing the entire world all around you. As you guys are passing around the tablet, which you've already done, you can see the live stream in 360 feet. If you guys could turn to page 4, the next year's model is like never seen before. You can connect to any third-party USB port or HDMI port recording device, and with the dual camera rig, you can do a full 360 by 360 3D in your living room, filming your kids' Christmas, or imagine sitting in a swivel seat in the theaters with a full 360 by 360 3D movie. .365 mobile and desktop app directory turns your smartphones into a camera viewfinder and editing suite, and gives you the power to share a 360-degree and standard video directly from your ISO or Android device to a social media. You don't see the world around you in a rectangle or a square, example, a picture frame. So why should you limit yourself to that view in your photos and videos? The first wave of 360-degree cameras has arrived, and they let you record everything going on around you at once. If you have a VR headset, or such as a Gear VR, or a Google Cardboard, or a Google Daydream Viewer, you can enjoy the trip to Grand Canyon, family birthday parties, or a rocking concert in virtual reality. It really feels as if you were there. Or you can watch 360 clips on your phone or laptop after uploading them to YouTube or Facebook. The desktop directory app lets you use the power of the device to go live and share your 360 pictures and videos. Virtual reality is a computer-generated scenario that gives you the experience of being there. The virtual environment can be similar to the real world, or it can be a fantasy world. Creating an experience is not possible in our physical reality. The Samsung Pro Focus 360 round camera, a total of 17 lenses, 8 pairs aligned horizontal and 1 centered vertical lens, and 6 internal microphones, allows you to capture a 3D 360 video and audio. The one-step stitch and control software provided by Samsung allows the 3D 360 live streaming video up to the width of 4,096 by 2,048 pixels at 30 frames per second per eye. Samsung Gear 360 is one of the most popular 360 cameras available on the market. A lot of users on Oculus Go upload photos made with the Gear 360. However, before you start shooting and sharing 360 panoramas with the Gear 360, here's one important thing you need to know about its stitching process. avoid problems in displaying your photos. Image stitching or photo stitching is the process of combining multiple photographic images with overlapping fields of view to produce a segment, panorama, or high-resolution image. If you're not sure if your photos are stitched or not, it's not difficult to spot the difference. A raw unstitched photo from Samsung Gear 360 is composed of two fisheyes, left and right of each other. It typically looks a bit like this. On the left side of the screen, you can see this man here. It looks like he's facing away from it. Looks like he's holding the camera over his head. On the other side, the man looks like he's facing towards the people. After the photo is stitched together, it seems like a little messed up right here. You can see that part right there. And I got a little film to watch about the Google Sphere on a Pixel phone.
Hey guys, Ben here from Authentic. This is the new Google Pixel phone. Under the camera app, I found a few panorama features I've never seen before, so let's check them out. Alright, this is the first panorama mode. It's the normal one. Grab your horizontal shots as wide as you want. And then checkbox. Let's see how fast that processes. That's pretty smooth. I don't know if I can see any seam lines on there. Okay, the next one is horizontal. This is really sweet if you have something tall, maybe a statue or something. Check that processing. That's impressive. It's high resolution, no seam lines, and I'm pretty close to the object. With a lot of leaves and branches. That's awesome. Okay, now these next two are the ones I've never really seen before. Let's start in the dead center. Go. Then you kind of stitch a nice large square or rectangle. Automatically knows when you're done. Processing takes a little bit longer, of course, there's more shots, but back in the day this would have taken forever in Photoshop. You can see a lot of different contrast areas. Boom. That's insane. Okay, that one might be my favorite. With crazy high resolution on that. And now this last one is full 360 Sapphire. This is really sweet too. So let's start in the dead center, hit go. This one takes a little bit longer, but at the end, it looks really cool. Boom. I hit all the points. Let's see how long it takes to process and then what the final result looks like. Boom, there we have it, a full 180 Sapphire. Really nice seamed lines, high resolution, no distortion, even on the edges. That's awesome. There you go, guys. 4 cool ways to capture panorama on the new Pixel.
I ain't as good as that guy. I went down to South Carolina at the Hunting Island Lighthouse. The historical Hunting Island Lighthouse was originally constructed in 1859. It is one of the lighthouses in the state of South Carolina where it's open to the public. This was taken with my Pixel. You can see up here the little off on the black paint. And over on this side right here, it missed the leg of the chair. Kind of run into problems with stitching. But like I said, I wasn't good as that guy. With the 360 Fly snapshot, it has no stitching. And you can see in the Photoshop I done in the classroom.
Somebody sleeping on camera.
To the memories of you and your wife walking on the beach. All types of accessories from all kinds of sports. The helmet mounts, the handlebars, the tripods, the selfie sticks, even they have one for a surfboard. Right there. So you can capture a snowboarding accident happening around you while skiing in the Smokies. So you can have lots of fun laughing with your friends. To the live golf at Waste Management in Phoenix while Ricky Fowler tees off on par 3, 16th hole, the rudest hole in professional golf. To the goal line for the college football game.
Looks in the end zone. Oh, what a catch! Isaiah Super! What a throw from Hurts!
These two was captured using an app with the PGA Tour VR app and the ESPN VR app. That concludes my presentation. Thank you guys.